Yeah, exactly, guys. All you're really doing is you're just taking one fraction, dividing it by another fraction. But remember, we don't like to write our fractions as division. We want to write them as a multiplication, right? So to rewrite this as multiplication, rather than dividing by this fraction, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So therefore, I'll rewrite this as c squared y divided by 2t squared times 5d divided by negative c to the 6th power. Now, what I'll simply go ahead and do is multiply across, right? Because that's how I multiply my fractions, is multiplying across. Therefore, by multiplying across, what I'll have is a 5c squared y d divided by negative 2 c to the 6th d squared. Okay, now you might say, oh, we're done, we're good. But remember now, we have it as written as a one monomial, right? That now what we need to do is use our properties of exponents to see how we can simplify. Well, 5 divided by negative 2, that's going to reduce to a fraction. Oh, I'm sorry, that is a fraction, so we'll just leave it as that. Can't simplify that. Then we have c squared minus 6, right? Because remember, when you divide, you subtract. Well, here, I can't, y is just going to remain in the numerator. And then d, remember that's d to the 1st power minus 2. So therefore, I have a negative 5 halves, c to the negative 4th, y, d to the negative 1st. Okay? And then last thing, guys, remember, when you have exponents raised to a negative power, they go in the numerator or the denominator? If they're in the numerator and they're negative, they go into the denominator. If they're negative in the denominator, then they go up to the numerator. So it's just kind of a trick question. So therefore, our final answer is going to be negative 5y divided by 2 c to the 4th d to the 1st. And notice when I put them in the numerator and denominator, from being negative, they're now positive. Okay? And the negative sign could be in the numerator or denominator or just in front. Doesn't really matter. Okay? There you go.